58, right after Bleeding Kansas. And instead of explaining exactly what went down now, I'm going to bring Frank and Consuelo up to kind of act this out. So Consuelo, you can go right here. Frank, if you come up, would you mind bringing those scripts up here too, Frank?
Yeah.
There you go, Consuelo. You can sit down. I know that your legs don't work like they used to in your old age. Okay, guys, so we have Frank, Charles Sumner. He is a Northern Democrat. He is speaking out against slavery, and particularly he's outraged about what's happening in Bleeding Kansas. And he's taking out his anger on two Southern Democrats, Stephen Douglas and Consuelo, who is Preston Brooks's uncle. Frank, take it away.
Against this territory, Kansas thus fortunate in position and population, a crime has been committed, which is without example in the records of the past. Not in plundered provinces or in the cruelties of selfish governors will you find this parallel. The ballot box, the very shrines of popular institutions, more precious than any work in ivory or marble, from the cunning hand of art has been plundered. Are you against sacrilege? I present it for your cursing. Are you against robbery? I hold it up for your scorn. Are you for the protection of American citizens? I show you how their dearest rights have been beaten down, while a tyrannical usurpation has sought to set itself on their very necks. I must say something of a general character, particularly towards those who present themselves as champions of human wrongs. I mean the senator from South Carolina and the senator from Illinois. These men, though unlike as Don Quixote and Sancho Panza, yet, like this couple, sally forth together in the same adventure. The senator from South Carolina has read many books of chivalry and believes himself a chivalrous knight with sentiments of honor and courage. Of course, he has chosen a mistress to whom he has made his vows, and who, though ugly to others, is always lovely to him. Though polluted in the sight of the world, is chaste in his sight. I mean the harlot slavery. Slave states cannot enjoy what he misnames equality under the Constitution. They have the full power in the national territories to compel fellow men to unpaid toil, to separate husband and wife, and to sell little children at the auction block. Then, sir, the chivalric senator should conduct the state of South Carolina out of the Union. Secede, heroic knight, exalted senator. A second Moses comes for a second Exodus.
Sumner, how dare you insult my uncle's honor, his chivalry, and his agricultural livelihood? Nobody can slander such a fine man as my uncle and get away with it, especially a northerner like you. I ought to beat some chivalry into you.
Oh, great heavens! No! No!
That's great, Consuelo. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Give it a round of applause for Sumner and Brooks there. Great, thank you. Yeah, okay, so this really happened. The speech that Frank just gave, that is something that was actually said on the Senate floor in 1858. We've seen that there's been a trend of pushing away the conversation in the Senate, but this was one of the first times that the moral issue of slavery was actually brought up. Ashley, Band-Aid or doctor?
For sure a doctor.
For sure a doctor. It's not dealt with in the best way possible, I'll admit that, but it was a change in the events leading up to the Civil War. Charles Sumner took 3 years to recover from this injury. This was something that shifted the course of the Civil War and really, I think, is symbolic of what was to come. And that was tensions between the North and the South and the coming Civil War. So, thank you.